I've heard Slater say several times, which I I still struggle with this, but Slater said a couple times that he's on stage sometimes worshiping people that he doesn't feel qualified to be up there with, and I'm like, dude, are are you you've led thousands of people into the spirit of God, but his the transparency is so real, but what do you think that place is, Slater?
So I'm gonna back up and then I'm gonna answer that
Yeah,
question.
yeah, yeah.
First question you said. So micro breakthrough. But see, the thing about me is I have to connect with something before I perform it. Me and Mike have had plenty of conversations about songs, and he'll tell you we don't go at it like in an arguing way. He just knows for me, I'm passionate. And so if I don't understand what the heck I'm singing, it ain't gonna come out right.
Right.
And but Breakthrough was one of those songs where it's like self-explanatory. Breakthrough is one of those songs that I believe believers need to get more in tune with, because you said something that I want to touch on that Mike also touched on, but I want to give us to it a different way. When you talk about people not knowing how to break through because of what God promised them, number one, we got to get rid of in the body of Christ this false humility. False humility is acting like you don't deserve it.
Woo, come on, man.
False humility is acting like there's no identity in what you're doing. Oh, I'm just a little humble man, servant of the Lord. And God did not call you to be a peasant. He called you to be a priest. And so at the end of the day, when you know your identity, you get to walk in that. You know how many people call Paul arrogant? Because Paul constantly affirmed his apostleship. And when you know who you are, you don't need anybody else to affirm it. You'll affirm it yourself, not just in word, but in action.
Yeah.
Because Paul didn't just talk, Paul ministered, demons trembled, and he was such a threat to the kingdom that they had to keep putting this joker in jail. And so I'm saying that to say, when you know who you are and when you walk into who you are called to be, and you actually embrace the purpose and the call of God, you have no choice but to walk in his identity and in his power.